Greetings, my fellow servants of the God Emperor. It is the Ash Heritor. Welcome back to Rogue Trader. In the previous episode, we made our way down to the frozen world of Santiel's Pride. Well, it wasn't frozen originally, but when the Drukhari stole its sun, it sure as hell froze. So it's a bit colder now. The populace of several billion is a bit deader than they were before, and things aren't looking too great. But we're having a blast with all kinds of Drukhari to massacre. Marazai's happy, massacring his kindred. So, you know, it's a win-win. Except for all of the populace of the Hive world. They did not win. So I did a couple of little changes with the gear getup on some of the characters, particularly Heinrich's here. I swapped out his trinkets. So he's got the Warp Surge Brooch now. It's going to give him extra attacks equal to his Psi rating at the start of combat. And then the Hand of Offense, which is going to increase his melee attack damage by 4 times his Psi rating. So more attacks, more melee damage. He's got this fucking Jin Blade here, which is just a terror. And the objective with him is he's just going to be really fast and full Alpha Strike, do horrendous damage in the opening turn. And I think that'll be fun. That'll be a way to kind of distinguish him from some of the other melee characters. Aside from that, did I swap anything else around? I gave Jai the had pattern data loom. She is our skill monkey, so let's make her our skill monkey proper. Look at all those skills. So many 100 plus skills. Yeah. All right. We have entered a subterranean area. You'd think maybe it was warmer. It's not. Everything is still very cold. Can't go down there, but we can go here. Yes. Oh, what's this? Okay. Some goods. I like loot. Okay. What did you got here? Empty promethium canisters bear a child's bloody handprints. Ah, isn't it lovely?
A trivial task.
The pipe is emitting a barely noticeable heat signature, which leads further into the hive. Oh, interesting. Charred bones stick out from a massive pile of ash. Some bare scratches that may have been left by a blade or by teeth. Okay. Part of a woman's face and several delicate fingers are still frozen to the cold generator. Someone shattered the rest of the body. Its shards now crunching under your feet. Jesus Christ. The box is filled with rubbish, with frozen bones, letters, decrees, and torn propaganda posters. And torn propaganda posters have been used as kindling. Well, you know, got to use those propaganda posters for something. Can we go up here? We sure can. This area is bigger than the area on the surface. I tell you what, I know we just came down here. We're going to go back up to the surface because I feel like this is going to be a whole nother beast, and getting back up there is going to just be harder.
That's supposed to be a challenge.
If we stay down here or if we go any further. So that's what we're going to do. My apologies for immediately turning around, but sometimes you got to make the logistical decision. So hopefully we'll be able to finish everything up on the surface. Maybe with another fight. I'm itching to fight some more Drukhari. They're fun. And you don't have to feel bad for massacring them at all. Indeed. Let's head down here. So, may the faithful partake of the Emperor's immortality and find solace in his crimson embrace. Spread the word, brothers and sisters. The feast has begun. Yeah, we read that one already. It is creepy. The feast.
Watch your steps.
Okay, we got some mines here. Toil to the citizens, promethium to the stars. Yeah. Alright, if you would disarm that
A job for me.
Xenos landmine, that would be great. Okay. The feast has begun. This is feeling a bit Dark Souls 3 Ringed City. Like the locusts. Okay, a gold-framed data slate. Javas, may the immortal Emperor guard you with his grace. I've done everything I possibly could. Grab Anjet and Jolanta and flee this cursed world as soon as possible. I left the writ of passage and some savings in our secret cache at the Spire of Pride under one of the wanted posters. May the Master of Mankind bless Acticus for his assistance. I still have unfinished business at the department, so we will reunite on footfall. Your loving brother, Lamprecht von Grotten. I don't think you're going to be reuniting with anybody on footfall.
I always keep
Okay,
my
so there's,
options open.
yeah, clear the ice. Yeah,
Keep
okay,
my
so there's,
options open.
yeah, clear the ice. That's going to be under the wanted poster. I can't see shit under here. All right, well, whatever. Melt a charge.
And it's done.
Ooh, that will also lead us into the spire. Okay. Okay, so more ways to go. However, we're going to head up here first. I don't know where the wanted poster he was talking about was, but I reckon we'll find something. Or the propaganda poster. Not here, right? The chapel's massive doors have been sealed by ice. The pale bodies of priests can be seen under its glacial surface. This place got fucked. Scout is there. Ah, I missed some loot. All right, well, we're going to head down here. There's more bodies. Modified crack grenade, hell yeah.
I do not strike the same fear in you that I evoke in others. Why is that? Why are you so accustomed to my Drukhari appearance?
May the Exalted One forgive me for my transgression, but I have had dealings with Drukhari in the past. I still can't believe I emerged from those negotiations with all my limbs intact.
Yeah, that would be a reason. Ah, this is... No, what is this? Somebody scribbled a few words on top of the propaganda poster. Level 5A, Block C, cheap. Okay. They misspelled level. That's funny. Faded inscription states the gate leads to the temple quarter, but the rusted mechanisms and seals on this lock reveal this entrance hasn't been used for many years. Years? Okay, it's been a while then. I was kind of under the impression that this happened within like the last couple of months, but guess that makes sense. Oh, this is, look at all that down there. The depths of a hive world. The once majestic bridge for ritual processions was damaged when a civilian orbital shuttle collided with it. Yep. It's a downed Reaver jet bike. Its thrusters are still going and its searchlight is still on. Can we just... Oh, there's more. Okay. Saving. I have the suspicion that we are going to run into a Drukhari ambush. The flying Xeno device emits an unnatural light. Strange forces are making it float freely in the air. Ah, repulsor fields.
I sense something nearby.
I don't know what they're called in 40k, but that's what they're called in Star Wars.
My pleasure.
All right, more cargo. Body here, frozen in huddled pose. The corpse stares at his icy, shattered limbs in disbelief. Yep.
I always have
Oh, hello.
a plan.
You guys don't look friendly. Just two? Oh no. There are more. That is an incubus as well. There's something going on down. Is that like a jury-rigged pain-eating device that they've got going on there with all those barbed wire wrapped bodies connected to that thing? All right, what do we got? Abelites. There's an incubus. We have a rack. Exciting. We didn't really get to fight too many of those. I'm hoping they're sufficiently gnarly. They were sufficiently gnarly in the tabletop. Oh, God. All right. Well, Drukhari being at it again. You know how they are. Let's see, where do we put Jai? I think this is relatively safe over here. She needs a buddy with her, though, so we're gonna... You know what? Jai and Marazai are kind of buddies. Not, but, you know... They seem to be more amicable than, say, Marazai and Heinrichs. Speaking of Heinrichs, how do we deal? Who do we send to deal with these two guys? Maybe no. Irliet needs to be somewhere safe where she can get a good vantage point. Honestly, Irliet's going to go here. Marazai, you can stay right there for the moment. Might have him just pick off those two, or he can run into another position. As for Cyrene, I'm gonna put her there. That's a bit risky, but I don't even know if Ulfar can fit. He's too big. He can't go down that passage. Well, good thing he's got a bolter. He's gonna stand there and just be, you know, cover. Heinrichs, you'll be here. All right, so at the start of the turn, I don't want to give Heinrichs the bonus turn, actually, but we can buff him in other ways. So first things first, I'm going to drop a forewarning on him.
If not,
I'm also then going to drop a prescience on him. just to give him more psychic potential for when he gets his turn. Then, okay, this is going to be our backline. Do we want backline? I think we want backline here. Okay, I would have liked to put it out there, so I'm gonna have to move. Let's see if I can do it from here. I know I would normally use this as the rear. Oh my god, this is a little annoying that you can't rotate these. We could put our backline there, then Marazai could go there and get a nice arc onto these 2, maybe even 3 or 4. This splinter rifle, so I'll put the backline there. Then I will put the rear right here. So then we can have Irliet shoot. Which extra stratagem did we get? We got kill zone stratagem. Okay. So we want to use that on like a front line. Question is, front line. For now, we put it right... Do I want to put it there? No, I think I want to actually put it right here with these 2 chaps. So that way Heinrichs can have a good old fun time. So, Killzone Stratagem, I'm going to put that right there. So that's going to go active there. We don't want to use the Combat Locus Stratagem right now, because I'm actually planning on making use of all 3 of them. That is part of the fun of this character. So, we could quickly just have Ulfar deal with these 2 jerks. Get them out of the picture.
I'll see to it personally.
So, well guys, what's the damage? 20 to 30? The bolt gun's going to do more in this case, so... How about some high-velocity bolter shells? Would you like them? They lived. That makes me very sad. Well... Frag grenade or crack grenade? Let's hit him with a crack grenade. So that is 1 less. The other one's still there. He's a melee character, so I'm not as concerned about what he's going to do. I'm going to move Ulfar over this way already, preemptively, because, you know, he's going to have to move around. So we still have 2 action points. Yeah. So the Battle Trance, I was confused. That is the ability we got from the Bloodspun Web Temple, if I am correct. Which is very good. Yeah, this is pretty solid. Kind of wishing I could give it to somebody else, but that's okay. Who's next? Irliet and Ulfar. I don't really know. Like, I think I'm just going to take my gun. And I can't shoot that guy for some reason. There is a giant cornice in the way. That would explain why I can't shoot him. But we can shoot this rack. Get a little bit of damage. Just looking around. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot this rack. Why the hell not? Got 2 action points.
You should have thought twice before crossing me.
Alright, Irliet. You're probably not going to move this whole fight, so you're going to drop perfect spot here. And then let's get some bounties going. That Incubus seems like a valuable target, as does this Kabalite warrior up here who's got a nice angle on us. Let's actually take him out first. So, precise attack.
Is beneath me.
And then I don't know if we need piercing shot. I don't think we do. However, I think I would like to put some exploits on him and then drop an exposed weakness, because that's free. And then we're gonna pop him. Oh, he might live. Probably will. Unless he takes a crit. He did live. That makes me sad. Okay, Ulfar's turn. Fun. Where are you gonna go, Ulfar? You could go here, into the front line. I kind of want to have Heinrichs do that, but... you know, it's fine. Ulfar, why don't you stand there? That's a nice spot. He'd be threatening all of them. Look at him thundering his way forward. So, best course of action. Switch to Chainsword. Single target. Ouch. That's gonna mess this guy up pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean completely. He's just gone. Doesn't even exist anymore. Who knows what happened to him. Single shot up there? Can't. Not sure what's in the way, but apparently something's in the way. Well, burst fire or burst fire this way? Let's burst fire this way with the pistol. Okay, that did some work, and then we can kick this guy. We can run and gun. Where do we want to run and gun? Maybe here? I know I had other plans for what to do against these guys, but... I mean, these idiots are nicely lined up. All right.
You call this a strike?
Yeah, he's taunting us saying you call this a strike, whereas he is on the ground from getting blasted and on fire. So yes, actually, I call this a strike. Ooh, may have... No, I knew of this guy. I thought this was one behind us. This is the one that's behind us, but he's gonna have to get to us first. Okay, he got to us. Ow! Well, Marazai, I originally wanted you to go and deal with them, but that might not be necessary anymore, so... I still do want you to go into cover over there, because I think Heinrichs or Jai, who's next in the turn order, Jai will deal with that one. We're going to put Heinrichs, we're going to put Marazai over here into the back line, as planned.
I yearn for agony.
He yearns for agony, apparently. Well, let's give him some. Joyful torture of the self. And then he can exsanguinate himself. Look at Marazai, having a blast. So, we have the Deadeye shot here that we could use to not finish off that one. Okay. What about you? 29%. That's not a very good chance. Then again, what's the chance here? 50%? So if we drop a where it hurts, that's almost certainly going to get rid of this one, because that's going to proc his bleeds. All we need is one shot to hit him. Goodbye. Alright. He is in a better place now, I guess. Being devoured by Slanesh for all eternity. Do we want to move him? Not really. I think he's going to be fine there. What's our chance of hitting from here, though? Is that going to be any better? It's 41, or if we don't move? Right, unclick move here. Please. Alright, well, we moved. 41%. What we do there? 11%. It's not very good. 75%? 32. 22. Okay. We have a slightly better angle on the other guy, however. Merciless Verdict. Let's drop a Merciless Verdict and shoot the Incubus here. Alright. So what type of... that did do a toxin damage. More toxin. Okay. Well, not the most flashy of turns from Marazai. That one's coming in. Yeah. Other guy just straight up gave up. Didn't even get up. That's after taunting us. What a loser. Alright, Jai. Honestly, stay there. I think we can deal with this guy. So does this work on herself? I don't know. I can't take aim myself, but if I assign objective and then blast it myself to, you know,
Don't get too cocky.
carry out my own objective, do I get extra momentum? Later. Wow, that was brutal. I didn't look and see what her momentum was, so that experiment was a waste of time. Let's see, who next? Irliet? Why the hell not? What do I want to give her, though? Extra resolve, or do we want to do linchpin? I think the extra resolve, Air of Authority, is just going to be better right now, because we don't have too much tactical... Oh, we just got ourselves momentum. Ain't that nice? Well, Irliet's turn. So, 3 action points. Let's see here. We have this jerk here on the ground. I'm just going to pop him. Later. Okay, we got more action, so let's try and take out this homunculus here, or not homunculus, incubus. So that's not going to do it, but it's going to do damage. So he's now on fire. Jai's turn is over. However, we can move her up. I'm actually going to move her to Marazai here, so that she has line of sight on Ulfar. And then I'm sure you can guess what I'm about to do.
They'll write legends about me.
Alright. Everything's looking fine. So, chop chop. I am almost positive I clicked the other button, but whatever. Kick him. Alright. So, you can't charge, apparently? Alright. Well, guns it is. 2 action points down here.
Games play.
Well, that one's dead.
Out of your bow.
And then we'll do a wildfire just because, which will allow us to
So it shall
burst fire up there again. Oh, he lived.
Father's worthy
That is disappointing.
instrument.
He has become the Allfather's worthy instrument, he says. All right, well, that worked. Don't think there's anybody in range to pop with the other thing. So finally, Heinrich's turn, and I don't think Heinrich is going to be able to do anything. So that is just too bad, isn't it? Are we going to be able to charge into range? I don't think so. We can warp speed, actually, so that's a possibility. So first we... yeah, let's first warp speed.
Object to it.
Okay, then we'll iron arm.
See to it.
And then warp speed doesn't affect this turn. Okay.
But of course,
I thought it did.
Lord Captain.
All right, that's unfortunate. However, we will. Yeah, we already got a opening on him, so siphon life, slurp.
Your reckoning is
All right,
This can't be.
and the fight is over. Exciting. All right, Giant, will you disable the Xenomine?
Don't you? A minor setback.
Okay, or fail. That's fine. You can try it again, though. There we go.
And done.
Let's loot the bodies. What have we here? Reinforced incubus armor. Hold on to it. I don't think we need any more sharpened venom blades or Ekatari poison blade. Hold on to it. That might be something for Kibella. Liquefier grenade. That looks horrifying. Confirmed. That is horrifying. That was from the rack, of course. Okay. Somebody tried to make a sculpture by draping a body with artfully frozen intestines, but gave up halfway. The woes of incompleted art. So what's going on here? A shapeless mass of crooked bodies sticks up in the middle of the camp, bound by a single spiked chain. All right, well, that doesn't tell us anything. Well, Cabalite warriors. Okay, so we have... reloading is a straight route to the Underhive. All right.
Is there money to be made?
So, and there's some more dead Drukhari here. In there. Delightful. One more item. Missed the... Lost data slate. Rejoice! For in 10 turns, the immortal emperor will bestow his grace upon us and embrace our brothers and sisters so they can serve him on holy terra. The celestial burial ceremony will commence at dawn in full accordance with tradition. Remember to pay the fee so your loved ones do not have to wait for the next cycle before they can join the Emperor. Additionally, on this holy day, the number of work hours will be reduced by 1, so the pleasant denizens may take part in the solemn march from the Emperor's Spire to the Spire of Stillness. What's the workday? Isn't it like a 20-hour workday on this hive? That's very nice. Give them 1 hour off.
Options open.
All right, so we're going to head into the Underhive. Because, why not? That was here, right? Or was there another way? I don't know. We're going to go in this way, regardless. What a lovely planet. This place looked like it sucked before it was frozen and massacred by Drukhari. But, I don't know, maybe it's better now. Just silent, completely dead. Certainly adds to the atmosphere. Right, into the Underhive. Clear the makeshift barricade. Okay, we're in a different place.
Service and practice.
We are totally in a different place.
Always keep your eye on
Interesting.
the prize.
Okay, so that's a door. We have some frozen servitors here who have just thawed. All right, great. Well, looks like we're in combat. I'm injured again. What's wrong with him? Oh, he's got the blood drinker staff. Okay. Cyrene, you hang out here. Jai, you can hang out on the other side. Why don't you hang out back there? Who are you going to hang out with? Who's your favorite person? I don't know. Hang out with Irliet. Don't think they hate each other. Marazai. put him here. Wolfar, you can go deal with these ones. Do you need cover? No, not really. You are cover. We'll put Heinrichs. Actually, I'm going to put Heinrichs. I'll put Marzai right. No, I do want him here. I'll put Cyrene there. Marzai can go here. And Heinrichs will hang out right there. I'm not even sure we need cover. I don't see any of these servitors having guns. It looks like they all have claws. This might just be a slog fight. All right, so starting the combat. Where do I want to put a front line? Let's drop a front line up there, which apparently I can't see, so that's nice. Okay. Well, I guess I gotta move. We'll quickly move out. We can always move back at the end. So, front line up here. Then I will drop a... Actually... No, we're not going to even use... I'm not going to bother with those. This is going to be a combat locus. So, you're going to actually... Stay right out here.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
You can stand in here. That way you can get the benefit of it as well. Combat locus time.
On it.
Okay. Next up, we will put up a prescience on Heinrichs.
Personally.
Then, we have Killzone Stratagem. Okay, we'll drop a Killzone Stratagem. Ah, right. That's not going to work, is it? Yeah. I maybe should have used the other one. That would have been more effective. Okay. Give Marazai a turn. What is this one? Let's get back into the fight. No, we don't need to do that. All right.
I'll make it happen.
So, Joyous Torture and Exsanguination
Watch.
on himself, the sick fuck. And, yep.
With grace and menace, Euphoria!
Nice. One hit one of those servitors. Not nothing. Okay, so I got 2 action points left. Could shoot one. Shoot that one. That was a lot of damage. Iliad. In cover.
Your cause.
And we definitely want to use Piercing Shot because these guys are quite armored. We'll drop a Cold the Bold. And I think I want to pick off that one.
Not your Xenos pet monkey.
So we are then going to... You don't have any exploits on you. That's fine. You still get a base bonus from this, so... Pump him.
If I'm no weakness is
Solid damage. She doesn't do nearly as much damage with this build. Admittedly, the assassin build, I think, was a lot better, but... Want somebody to be a bounty hunter. Wolfar's turn. So you need your... that's why you couldn't charge. Gotta have your melee weapon out. Okay, so first off, confident approach. And then we'll charge that one. And then he shoots him. I'm not sure... Like, it specifically says make a melee attack, but... Okay. Fine. So we can do some single target action here. Okay. Let's actually wildfire. Not that it would matter so much. We'll put some shots into this one. And then I'm going to kick him. Okay, he's down there now. Unfortunately, that did not take him out in one turn. Okay, the servitors are advancing. Very slowly. Even they recognize the Fiend of Viabo 6. Self-destruct protocol. Okay. Well, that would explain that. So, how do I want to do this? I actually think Jai could... You know what? Jai's going to support up close, because she can do that. There's plenty of things she can do from up here. So, first things first, let's make sure we get a whole lot of momentum. We'll give him linchpin as well.
Don't get too cocky.
It's not going to do that much, but we'll do something. And then I've got the pitch black desolator here. Ah, I should have moved a little bit differently. I can take that one out.
Going somewhere.
And we have ourselves momentum. Isn't that nice? So first things first, bring it down on
Am I
Ulfar.
getting paid for this?
And it's chopping time. He's just going to do a nice
Icy bite of death.
heaping of damage in all directions. Wildfire again. Then you can, actually, why don't you finish this one off? Single shot. Goodbye. Okay. End your turn. And then,
I hold all
nice
the
moment on
cards.
Ulfar. So, who next? You? Goodbye.
Runes out of your bones. Shivaya
Then you.
is thunder.
Then, single shot.
Is ruin.
Alright. Full wildfire here, and then I'll put some shots down this way. Oh, there's another servitor over there. Totally didn't see it. So, then kick him. Alright. Ulfar cleared out the entire army of servitors by himself. Love it. And that's Jai's turn. I'm not going to move her. Marazai, why don't you go deal with that one? Okay. You don't have any debuffs on you, so this is just going to be a regular old attack, I think. Actually, let's drop Merciless Verdict.
Behold. I revel in your terror.
Alright. Then we can reload,
Hand them.
run and gun,
Grace and malice.
and do where it hurts.
Distract me.
Because he's got loads of dots on him, and they're going to automatically trigger as soon as he gets hit. Wow, he lived. That makes me sad.
Vengeance will be swift.
Well, nothing Heinrichs can't fix. Get him.
I won't object to it.
Okay. The servitors are dead.
Let us
Again.
not dawdle.
Let's loot this area. So why'd they turn on us? May the faithful partake of the Emperor's immortality and find solace in his crimson embrace. Okay, the feast again, huh? I'm intrigued to know what this feast is. Even as ice sculptures, the faithful continue to beg the Emperor for salvation. Look at all the wrappings around him. It's cool. All right, Jai, please.
One and it's done.
All right, what do we got here? Lightweight boots. The wearer of these boots gains strength bonus parry while wearing light armor. Okay. That's kind of good. It's okay. A recorded sermon. Playing the recording produces quiet whispering, rustling of clothes, noise from footsteps of dozens of feet, and someone's deep, measured breathing. When the silence settles, a sonorous male voice delivers the opening sermon of the liturgy. Glory to the divine creator that sits on the golden throne of holy Terra, whose will created stars and earth, light and darkness, stars and sky and earth, light and darkness, stars and galaxies. Glory. Glory to the guardian of humanity who shields us from the terrors of the void, the madness of heretics, and the malice of the enemies of the Imperium. For we are created in the God Emperor's image to carry his light and his will and his word into the galaxy, both in life and after our passing. Glory. Glory to the Lord of humanity, whose envoys, women and men of courage and virtue, guide our sons and daughters to the only path that is righteousness. Glory, may your souls weep and lament your ignorance of how to love our God Emperor, the Warden of Light, more than he loves each and every one of us. Cry, pray, repent, and beg for forgiveness, for your love is no love at all. Your great love is infinitely small, and even the most profound love of his most loyal servants is infinitesimally less than the love that the Master of Mankind gives us in return. Glory to the Immortal One. Now, let us talk about how we can love the Emperor's flesh and spirit even more, and how to come closer to his divine immortality in life and after we die. Rustling and whispering are heard again, and the recording ends. Yep, sounds like your average Imperial lunacy. Let's sell that to some preachers somewhere.
Or get left in the dust.
Sure they'll get some kicks out of it. All right, not much more to be done here, so let's go through that door. Also, I should have Heinrichs
Innocent people. I've yet to see someone remain so after an interrogation.
Heinrichs. That's not how that works. Okay, that also didn't work. So I need an actual med kit. Iliad.
The songs of my ancestors speak of stars long forgotten and worlds long gone.
We don't need a...
Shame that you lack the capacity to understand.
I owe you a debt.
Well, okay. Apparently it's not taking away my old injuries. I thought too many injuries may reduce this character's resolve and cause traumas. So it can be healed with a medkit, but it requires passing it. Maybe she failed the Medicae skill test. Did. Look at that. Okay, well, let's try again.
I can heal your wounds.
Medicae test
not
failed.
your soul.
What is your
I'll be sure to
Medicae?
return the favor one day.
It's not bad. Well, we got plenty of these, and we don't really use them, so I'm going to keep trying until we
Take this and
succeed.
stay out of my way.
Iliad.
I won't forget this.
You better hone your skills.
All
I
right.
owe you a
Remember,
debt.
innocence proves nothing.
Eldari's superiority has been put to the test and found wanting. Okay, we'll give her the good medkits. Should have just let Jai do it. The problem is Jai can't use medkits, even though her Medicae skill is substantially better. I find that amusing. Can you use them? No. Can Ulfar use them? No. Marazar? Oh, God. Are we really relying on him? I don't like this. I'm going to regret this. I just know it.
Do not falter again.
All
I'll be
right.
sure to return the favor one day.
No, God. I don't like that. I don't want to return any favor to him. All right. Let's throw in the Xenospasm grenades again. Although we did get that, what was that, the liquefaction? Or the liquefier grenade? God, look at that thing. Gnarly. We'll wait till we can get more of
Is there
them.
money to be made?
Let's head through this door. What will be found? Down we go. The box is filled with rubbish and frozen bones. Ah, this is where we were. Right? No. It's just another box filled with rubbish and frozen bones. Who stuffed frozen bones in a box? Maybe they weren't frozen when they were put in the box. Right. Yeah, no, we definitely read this. Okay, so we could have just... No, there is more. All right. Unless this is the...
Keep your wits about you.
Okay. Okay. So this is it. This is the whole underground section. So I was totally wrong. What else is there to be done here on Santiel's Pride? Like, Marazai had his whole... Yeah, what about the companion quests? Do we need to talk to them? Maybe we need to talk to them.
Skitna, a failure.
So when you fail an athletics test, you still succeed in doing the thing, you just get like a debuff, right? If I recall. We'll check and see if Ulfar has a debuff. He does. 2 stacks of fatigued. Though, this
Require inquisitorial approval.
removes those. So the consequences for failing an athletic test, if you have invigorate, is like non-existent.
Always keep
Or at least
your
these
eye on
ones.
the
Maybe there's
prize.
some that'll actually do damage to you. So we went into the spire there. Let's head up here and talk to those lads again. Maybe that's what we need to do. They were here, right? I think so. Maybe not. No, this is where we fought the last little group of them. Yeah. Where the hell were they? The music here is really good. Alright, here's the scout. Let's talk to him. No, he doesn't say anything. Ah, there's one more. Medusa. Oh, hello. Oh, right. The Medusa. I forgot. Totally missed that. Okay, what do we do against this guy? A strange, meaty growth the size of a human head is clinging to the skull and neck of a man. The emaciated flesh, at least part of it, you can see from under the pulsating alien flesh bears no emotion, and the cracked lips hang slackly open. Cyrene, do not look. Iliad's shout is the last thing you hear before darkness flows into your mind. Ah, we looked at it, didn't we? Your vision grows dim, and you have a sinking feeling in your chest, but you are still alive, and are trying to open your eyes. Dark figures dash about in the twisting shadows cast by the fire. One of them is standing in front of you, casually tossing something from one hand to the other. You slowly turn your stiff neck and dumbly stare at the stump where your right arm used to be. The figure comes closer, tosses a frozen hand onto the ground, and breaks off the tip of your nose with a little crunch. Why haven't you died with the others? Why are you still alive? What are we revisiting? Okay, we succeeded our willpower test. Frightened, cold, hurt, and aching to flee. But those feelings aren't yours. You concentrate your will to shrug off the unbidden emotions, and the compulsion recedes. You once again see a man caught in the clutches of a disgusting parasite. The illusion is gone, but inexplicable anxiety still lingers in your soul like the aftermath of a particularly bad nightmare. Cyrene, are you still with us? Jai anxiously waves her augmented hand in front of your face, then lets out a breath when she sees the awareness return to your eyes. One of those things turned a whole squad of my guys mad once. Good lads that were loyal. That were too loyal. Or good lads they were, too loyal. Thanks be to the Exalted One for protecting you from the same fate. What? No, we'll do this. Yeah, examine the creature. The thing before you is a xenoparasite that Magi biologists call medusae. These creatures latch onto the brain and nervous system of their victim with dozens of tendrils and assume control over the body of the host. Their nature is yet to be fully studied, but the prevailing hypothesis claims that medusae are capable of absorbing strong feelings and emotions from their environment, although the question of how and why are still a matter of debate. Let's check the man. The parasite appears to be tightly and permanently attached to the victim's head, or so it seems. You spot a certain pattern in the location of the tendrils on the host's body. Making a few incisions here and there would probably allow you to separate the creature from its unfortunate bearer. Frantic with grief, the man pulls out a barely sharpened piece of rusty pipe and pleadingly offers it to you. I cannot do it. I do not have either the strength or the fingers. But you are blessed by him, the sovereign of all the stars in the sky, so you can do it for me. What is it? Maybe one of my characters. Ah, yeah, Heinrichs is going to talk about it. I once was witness to the vivisection of such a creature. These parasites are called Drukhari medusae. As long as its current host lives, a medusae has no need to attack and dominate your mind. If its host dies, be careful not to let it latch onto your head. A little Drukhari beast coveted by a select circle of people. You should see how sophisticated folks fight to win these things at secret auctions. They'll use anything to get one. Gold, bribes, swords. And I suppose it is funny when the proud new owner of the creature isn't usually seen again after the auction. But just think of all the gold and securities you could squeeze out of someone for one of those things. Damn it, Jai. A medusae, the driver of nightmares and torment. My dark cousins use these creatures to amass emotions and experiences, which they then feed on. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, they're sort of like leeches, and then the Drukhari use them. How is it attached to a human? How is that possible? I do not know. I do not know. Or I don't know. I don't know. This thing is a nightmare. I have seen the likes of it before. Bound in chains, listlessly watching. They always accompanied their masters during the gory executions. They just stood there and stared. Always stared. But why is this creature riding Ulbris now? How do we take it off? I was once... Yeah, alright. He said this before already. Okay. Alright, well, let's try and separate it. 65% chance of success. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, the medusae has been separated. After a few well-placed cuts, the parasite's meaty body convulses, making the thin tendrils go soft and unable to maintain their grasp. You dislodge them one after another, and soon the parasite releases its host of its own volition. The creature twitches its appendages in its death throes and then goes limp in your hands. The man's body collapses onto the snow. Let's take the parasite's body to the void ship. Even dead, the parasite is too valuable to leave on the dying world. The small, lifeless body will be delivered to your ship, where it will serve as a specimen for experiments or a trophy. Okay. The long silence is interrupted by the groans of the rescued man at your feet. He is still alive. Albris, you are saved! You are saved! The man kneels next to the limp body, clutching the motionless man's hand with his finger stubs. Still warm. Alright, well, let's take him to the void ship. You contact the shuttle crew and give the order to transport the survivor to the void ship. Survivors, plural. Can't we get everybody out? Heavenly Envoy, today you saved the lives of the damned, who even their own star and the Immortal One chose to rebuke. Oh, is this not a miracle? May fortune always be as gracious to you as you have been to his lowly servants. Okay, can we...
Let's make a deal.
Okay, that's it. Alright, well, we leveled up.
Not waste
So let's
time
level
with
up.
pleasantries.
Exciting. What do we get now? Okay, just talents, but plenty of talents. So an exemplar talent, new one, huh? So we already got attention for the extra turns, which we do give people extra turns, but let's check and see. There's got to be one that affects combat zones. What about eager for battle? 2 additional action points at the first turn of combat. That's good, but I already get extra stuff. That's pretty good too. Eager subordinates. What about flag bearer? Oh. No. Full attention? No. Okay. So what is this equal to? 5 times deflection. Okay, because I don't have deflection. That'd be pretty good on Ulfar. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's affecting the combat zones. I guess that makes sense. None of these are like specific to a class. So I think I will take eager subordinates. She's the rogue trader after all, and then we get ourselves another common, no, a second tier archetype talent. Nice. All right. Nice. We got another combat zone talent. Do we need any Psyker talents first? Though I would be more keen on using common talent for that, and we will still get those. So let's see here. Oh, wow. That's, you kind of have to plan around that a little bit. That is good, but that's something you gotta definitely keep track of. Using a stratagem on a combat tactics area for the second time in a turn refunds 1 action point. Once per turn. I like that. Strong point's pretty solid. So I'm gonna take that. As for Heinrich's, his new exemplar talent here. Something that is going to let him move a little bit quicker. Actually, eager for battle, especially with that. Oh yeah, we're doing eager for battle on him. 2 extra action points to go with all of the extra attacks that he can do. We just need to make sure that he can actually move to where he needs to get to. That's, I think, the current bottleneck. So I'll check here. Do you have... this would be an assassin, like a lethality talent. We could take one. These are absolutely not bad on him. Whereas there are more Psyker talents, but honestly, I think I want to use some of these. Lone Killer. That's okay. This would increase his lethality. But leave no, that's the witness thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I think I'm gonna take the, was it lethal concentration to up his lethality. That's for Ulfar. So, Unbreakable Will. Yeah, look at that. Plus 30 to all resistance tests. The thing is, his resistance tests are already going to be really good. Steel Shell. The character's deflection is doubled against single target attacks. That's going to be pretty fun. He's just not going to take damage from single target attacks. I mean, he might still, but I think I like that. We'll take that. And then here's a couple of effects here that we could take. Nah, I think we're going to do, because this is the Arch-Militant ones, and the Arch-Militant talents are pretty damn good. So, with Confident Approach, keeps half of the bonuses from versatility. Absolutely. Didn't get that, apparently. Marazai. What fun for you. So, there's some that inflict extra dots. So there were some that modified dots that I remember. Maybe, actually, I'm not sure. Shot through could be quite nice. Extra over penetration on the attacks. There's a gun. This is generally pretty good too. Just know it all, a 3% bonus to basically all of the combat stats. I think that's going to be effective on him because he has a bit of everything. He's got dodge. He's got, he needs dodge reduction. Critical hits is also good, and parry is also good. He's got decent armor. I'm just going to do that. It's quite simple, but emboldened by bloodshed. He doesn't need extra willpower, that's for sure. But that has to be inflicted by him, so. At the start of each round, all enemies suffering from any damage over time effects inflicted by the executioner have their incoming damage over time from any source increased by 20%. That's pretty good. Death in the air. This is also pretty good. But that's very circumstantial. Deep lacerations here. Using Scourging Strikes. Executioner's melee. Yeah, I mean, the melee... He's shooting more than he's doing melee. He doesn't push. Flames is not a thing. Perfect Anatomy. The Executioner's armor is increased by 11%. That's pretty good. Ooh. Gift of Torment. Okay, this is the defensive buff. I'm going to take this. It's going to modify that ability. So, as for Jai, we already have Attention with her. There don't seem to be too many that affect momentum, so... I'm going to take Firebrand on her, because she can use abilities that affect both movement points and grant action points, and this is going to affect both of them, so... I think that's going to be quite solid there. And then a new Master Tactician ability. Yeah, she can't use medkits. Well, no, she can't. That's pretty cool. But I don't know how much of a crit build she is. Whenever the Master Tactician heals an ally, no, she's not doing healing. All enemies hit by the Master Tactician. That's not bad. let's check up here. Book of Death. Yeah. I'm going to take comfort in conformity. It'll grant some passive healing to my party, basically. So whenever they grant her stacks of tactical advantage, which they do by doing many different things, they'll also be healing a little bit. It's not much, but I think it'll add up over a longer fight. So as for Irliet, something to just increase the critical damage would be great. Or ignoring 3 deflection is going to do almost nothing. It's good on if you're doing lots of smaller hits, not so good on bigger hits. So let's see here. Eager for battle could always be good. It's simple. What about deadly aim? Ah, that's gonna be really good. We're gonna take deadly aim on her. It's gonna have a nice effect. So it's basically if her dodge reduction is higher than the target's dodge, which that's gonna be pretty easy to manage. This is gonna translate into extra damage. Share the spoils. Absolutely. That's just great to have if you're a bounty hunter. Then I can use the bounty targets a little bit more willy-nilly. All right, so we have completed everything here. Let's
to the top, or get left.
I guess head back to the ship, because I don't think there's anything else to be done. Hopefully we've saved those people, the 3 survivors out of the billions that once called this planet home. All right, out we go. Marazai didn't get all that much interaction with the other Drukhari. I mean, he taunted them a little bit, and then, slaughtered them. But aside from that, like, we're done here, right? That was it? I think we completed everything. I'm just going to quickly check to make sure there's nothing more. Nope. Okay. Well, sure, we'll complete the heirs. Not gonna do that. Still not gonna do this. Definitely not gonna do that either. Okay. I think we're doing all right on all of these. Okay, so we have finished everything on Santiel's Pride. Let's take our void ship and fly it somewhere else. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head what is in this area. So we desperately need more navigators' insight. So, okay, there's Kranak here. An event occurred in the colony that will go down in the chronicles of this world. Hold on, what? Let's quickly head to Kranak.
Lord Captain, an urgent report from the vessel's shrine. A group of unknown assailants have invaded his temple and plundered the incorruptible relics of your ancestors, slaughtering devout worshippers as they went. The high factotum is among the casualties.
Wait, what?
Had Master Montag and Mr. Sourback not arrived in time. Fortunately, Master Danrock survived and remains conscious, albeit in great pain. He implores your ladyship to come to the temple and hear his confession.
And so it comes to pass. Kibella's somber voice fills the broadcast. I performed a reading of his tarot after the morning watch, Cyrene, but the visions sent by the Undying One were too indistinct. I saw rivers of blood flowing towards the bones of the dead, and a blurred figure laughing, treading upon the ashes of the fallen. It is now clear, the Undying One desires me to follow the figure's tracks. Thus my hunt begins. Okay. All right, I guess we're going to the shrine. Argenta, Kibella, for sure. Abelard, this is an internal matter. He's coming along. Pascal. And let's bring Idira, too. Do we bring Cassia? We could bring Cassia. Let's bring Cassia, see what she has to say. See what she has to see, I guess. And say. So we'll see how this goes. I might end the episode before too long, but if it's a quick event, then we'll do it. If it's a longer one, or if I get the impression it's a longer one, we'll stop it before it gets too far. Unknown assailants. This seems like DLC stuff. So, what do we got going on here? All kinds of stuff. Well, the other thing we got going on here is leveling up some more characters. So maybe we'll just do that and then end the episode. So, Kibela, Exemplar. Death Dealer would be pretty good. She just needs to be, I just need to make sure that she's always near multiple enemies. I'm going to take it. Also, it's thematic. So, as for her other abilities here, this is going to be the Assassin. No, it's going to be the other one. Executioner. She's also all about those dots. Well, Reckless Abandon. If the Executioner used Reckless Abandon in the previous round, by the start of their turn, still has temporary wounds, they are healed for 29 wounds. That's pretty good. We'll take that. Argenta. Argenta, I kind of want to give the, what is it, shot through? Extra over penetration? Sounds good to me. And then she'll get another Arch Militant one, which is always nice. Focal point? Exploit weakness. Ooh, any of the Arch Militant's burst attacks and melee area attacks reduce the dodge of all enemies hit by 8% until the end of combat. Does not stack. Maybe. Oh, this is pretty good. Discipline. Every time she gets an extra turn, she gets an extra stack of versatility. And I do like giving her extra turns. So, as for Abelard, what's yours going to be? Honestly, tough as steel. Extra wounds. These wounds are further increased by toughness, increasing by plus 10 times the toughness bonus percentage in the same way as basic wounds. That's not actually going to be all that much. A 10 times toughness bonus. That's going to be like 80, 70% or something. On 12, that's going to be, what, 19 wounds? That's not that much. There was one with parrying. I'm going to try and figure out where it is. My apologies. I am not familiar with all of these by heart just yet. I'm not familiar with a lot of the talents by heart just yet, even though I do play this game a lot. There's a lot of talents. Targets that consider the character a priority target deal 40% less damage to the character's allies. That could be really good on him, because he's all about drawing attention. So full attention, that's an option. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to do full attention. And then we have another Vanguard ability. Whenever the Vanguard's ally... No, he's not always going to be surrounded by allies. Whenever an attack made by an ally hits the Vanguard, that attack deals no damage. For the first time in a round, that attack deals no damage. Unflinching sounds pretty nice. Means we can just... Argenta can just shoot at him without having to use controlled burst. That could be pretty good, but usually I do use controlled burst. And we have all of our people have that ability, so I think that's not super relevant. Okay, he could just take less critical damage. That could be quite nice. That's pretty good. Formidable distraction. They'll suffer 8% to dodge, or 11% if they're a priority target, or if the Vanguard's a priority target. So Abelard runs in, taunts them, and then somebody else can shoot them, and they'll have less dodge. So that sounds pretty good, unless Defensive Comrade and Beacon of Might. Beacon of Might's pretty nice, but I'm going to go with Formidable Distraction. Pascal. No, his dodge is terrible. Attention. So he's also a grand strategist. I'm actually going to give him Eager for Battle. He is often action point starved, and giving him some extra action points at the start of a battle I think is going to be pretty nice. So let's see here. What do we want with you? I'm going to do Strategic Offensive. Just buff up, like a passive buff to the front line. As for Cassia here, ooh, I have no idea. Combat Meditation, maybe? No ranged weapons equipped, plus 15 willpower. Thing is, it's like a drop in the bucket for her, because she stacks that willpower to an ungodly level. So I'm really not sure what else is good on her. Malign Influence, maybe? Oh yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, we'll do Malign Influence. And I think it's going to be Navigator Talents. Except I have all of the ones. You know, I'm just going to take Ebb and Flow. Alright, that's everything. Alright, guys. We're going to do whatever the hell happened here. This looks messy. We have High Factotum Generous Danrock. He has been critically injured. That's not good. Confessor Adalbert's here. He seems okay, so that's good at least. He was a jovial fellow. I hope nothing too bad happens to him. What about the other ones? There was the guy that was here. Some servants all held here. Who attacked this place? Was it Gene Stealer cultists? And why? They ran off with a bunch of relics and things. Doesn't usually seem like a Gene Stealer cultist thing to do. Can we glean anything from the bodies? These just look like, you know, lower deck riffraff and officers and guards. I mean, they may have been ones defending this place that had died, but I don't know. Interesting. I reckon we'll find out in the next episode what went on here, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this one, drop this video a like. And, of course, I will catch you in the next one. Ash Heritor out.